I would honestly say 90% of the time that the seat that I get on an airplane ticket is irrelevant, and here's why. So my mom taught me this strategy years ago, and I've been doing it ever since, and it works on roughly 95% of flights that I've been on. If you get to the gate and you're standing where you're supposed to be and you can see it, even if you can hear them over the intercom, they'll tell you when it's last call. I don't care if I'm zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, I do not get on the plane until they call last call, and there's a few reasons. One, because I don't want to get on the plane early, so I just sit there longer. Two, because I usually only travel with one bag on the plane. That's my biggest pushback when I tell people this is, well, what about all the space in the overhead cabin? You're right. If you bring a carry-on and a personal item, this might not be the strategy for you, but if you only bring one bag that you can put under the seat in front of you, this is perfect, because it doesn't matter when you get on, because that spot is always going to be available under the seat. You have bought that. Definitely way too early. They just said all passengers are welcome to board, and that's still a little too early.
Doors will be closing once again. All guests on Fort Lauderdale, 1788, either 48,
My man said we still got 5 minutes.
There's any guests are traveling to Fort Lauderdale for Delta flight number 1788. You must board at this time. Doors are closing. Please take 1 minute.
I guess all board then.
Fort Lauderdale, yeah.
But once you get to the gate, everybody wants to get on the plane. Everybody has like that fast beating heart, and they're nervous about missing the flight, but you're standing right in front of the gate. You're not gonna miss it. You're gonna watch them close the door if you're there. It's this fear that we have from a story somebody told us, or maybe we missed a flight once and we're scarred forever from that. See doors closing in 1 minute. That's when you get on. Ain't nobody here. You're not in a rush. There's not gonna be a line when you're getting on the plane. And I'm gonna have my choice of seat. 30F is what I was given. Let's see what I end up in.
We are set here. Evidently, I talked to operations, and there's some passengers coming from another terminal. I was told they're being here very shortly.
21A, we'll see if it holds. And the third reason is if you get on very, very, very last, your ticket is basically irrelevant. As long as you don't sit in first class, preferred seating, and maybe the exit row, depending on the airlines, you're gonna get away with moving seats as long as you sit down confidently. The key is wait until you are the last person on the flight. Then when you walk onto the plane, you can kind of look around as you get on and walking up the row, and you can see where all of the open rows are. You can see where there's 2 open seats, and you can take the outside one or the inside one, so you have that extra space, and you've basically just scored yourself extra space on the plane. One more passenger. I even got ballsy with it and sat in the exit row, but everybody's on the flight, and I'm in 21A next to the window with nobody next to me. Now there are a few things. This isn't foolproof. I've definitely gotten caught a few times on airlines, and I tell them, yeah, I was just on the plane last, so I just grabbed whatever seat was open, and usually they don't even care. They just tell you to move if they said something. The other one is some airlines will get you if you sit in the exit row, because that's technically like their preferred seating, or you have to pay for that seating. Frontier Airlines is the one that comes to mind. Every time I do it on that airline, they're pretty stingy about it now. I don't know if their system changed or whatever happened, but now they catch you. The other thing is you might think you're the last person on the plane, but somebody is running down the terminal to get on the plane and you sit in their seat. You might get caught up, but again, just say, oh yeah, I was getting on the plane, or I got on the plane last and the seat was available, so I snagged it. As long as you're respectful about it and you're not like, oh yeah, I own this seat, or you're an ass about it, like you own that, because you don't, nobody's really gonna care. Plus, if you're really nice and the last one on the plane, the person working the ticket counter might just move you because they see everybody that's boarded on their little screen, and if there's an open row, I've had the person checking tickets literally move me when I was getting on the plane. They're like, oh yeah, this row's open, you can just take it. Bet. Especially on international flights, that happened to me from, I think it was Kenya to Germany. She moved me as I was getting on the plane. The last one is some airlines don't seat you the same way. The one that comes to mind is Southwest. they seat you in zones, but you don't actually have a seat. So if you get on the plane very last, you're guaranteed gonna be sitting in the middle seat unless an entire row is open. That's just one small travel hack that I've learned over the years of travel and from the wisdom of my mother.
8 under the B.
Were you trying to get one?
Gotta get my glasses there.
Yo, I'm Ryan Fila, and if you got some value out of this video, these are a couple other videos that I think you might enjoy. Hopefully I'll see you around. Peace. Subscribe for more travel tips.